Battle starts.
Greetings everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm your host Captain Ryan. Today I've got a Blys replay for you. This replay here in this ship is actually the second ever Whitherer medal I've earned. Don't know why I don't earn very many Whitherer medals. It's probably just the way I play. Mostly I prefer to hit hard rather than burn you to the ground, or flood you, as the case may be. I'm never lucky enough to flood somebody to death, because if I hit you with torpedoes, you'll know it, because you'll be dead. So, this time around, I'm in the Blys with fire-starting flags and the demolitions expert skill on my captain. So I've got a pretty good chance for fire for each one of my shells. This is the Trident or Twilight map, and it's standard battle, so nothing for me to cap. And there are a fair number of destroyers in the game, and it's a tier 7 battle. So top Predator in this match, I think it was going to go pretty well for me considering the number of battleships I could shoot at. And speaking of battleships I can shoot at, well, here is a Koenig, and first salvo in, set him on fire. And he's going to start burning, and second salvo, set him on fire again. I did fire off my torpedoes, but he's turning away from those torpedoes, and of course with those 8-kilometer torpedoes, and they're kind of slow, it is difficult to land a solid hit without being seen, and a lot of ships do turn away. Set a third fire on that Koenig, but his damage repairability is up, so he puts it out, but my fourth fire set on him, his repairability is done, which means that fire is going to burn. And as a battleship, you know you absolutely hate when that happens, right? You just get set on fire twice or 3 times, you put it out, damage control's up, and then the guy who's setting you on fire continues to set you on fire. Well, you know, I like a little grilled bratwurst. I mean, who doesn't? Nice and hot and juicy and plump. This Koenig is trying desperately to run away from the battle, but of course, he's continuing to fire, so he's not going to disappear into concealment. And speaking of setting fires, there is another fire on this poor Koenig. He just cannot catch a break, and I'm going to continue to burn him down. As he turns away, I notice that that first fire that I set has been extinguished, probably naturally. He's obviously not used his damage repair ability, and set that same spot right back on fire. If you're a battleship driver, you may want to look away. I should have opened with that. That should have been a warning. There's all sorts of battleship abuse in this video, of just fire after fire after fire. Now that Koenig is still burning, but he's at the extreme end of my gun range, if not out of it at this point. So I'm going to have to start focusing on other targets. And I've got other ships that are shooting at me, so I've stopped firing, I've gone back into concealment, trying to get a little bit of a drop on them before I open up again, looking at the ships that are downrange, and this Colorado off in the distance, he's sailing in my direction. If I release my torpedoes now, assuming he doesn't turn, I might actually get lucky and hit him. Of course, he turns. That always seems to be the case, right? Fire my torpedoes, they're just at the max range, and you turned. Since my torpedoes are going to miss him anyway, I might as well start shooting at him. And with any luck, I'll set him on fire as well. And sure enough, there is that glorious, glorious fire. That Colorado is lit. And as he's turning away, I'm looking for other targets to shoot at. This Arizona, who is going to survive quite a long time in this battle. He looks like a decent target, but I accidentally give him too much lead, hit the bow of a ship, and all of my high explosive shells break apart. You're actually going to see that in this battle. A lot of my shots are just going to be destroyed on impact and aren't going to do any damage. They're hitting the target, but 0 damage done, which is really, really annoying. I'm taking my ship and I'm heading back towards the center there. Well, all of the big battleships are off to my port side. The reason I'm heading back to the center is that there are a couple of destroyers that have popped up over here, and we don't seem to have too much of a ship present. And speaking of destroyers, there is that Nicholas. Now I'm going to try and get shots at him before he disappears behind that island, but I don't give him enough lead and I miss. That Koenig, who I've been punishing this entire game with fires, has managed to repair some of his health, but he's sailing broadside on and he's in gun range, so there's another fire on him. That has got to be like 6 or 7 at this point. And he's returning fire back at me, and I can understand that frustration. Just constantly being set ablaze by a pesky fire-starting destroyer. Especially those Russian destroyers. Oh my god, I hate them so much. They just will not stop pecking you to death. As I come around behind this island, that Nicholas, who's still full strength, is back there. And I'm kind of hoping I can catch him off guard as I come around this island, and he is not shooting at me, and I've hit him, and I get my rear guns lined up there. I've hit him again. Let's see, can I set him on fire? Can I knock something out? He's maneuvering to avoid, so he's not a bad player when it comes to throwing that ship around. I've managed to set him on fire, which is great. Took shots in from that Koenig, who undoubtedly trying to kill me, managed to knock out 2 modules and set that Nicholas back on fire just when he put it out. So he's detected once again, but now I'm looking at this Koenig and I'm thinking, you're awfully low health. I want to finish you off. Come on, can I set you on fire again? Yes, I can. That is like 8 or 9 fires on the same target. I feel so bad for him. But hey, you know what? It's the way the game's played. When you got a Bliskavanka, you gotta watch out for those fires. Try and kill him quickly. Managed to secure my first kill with Arsonist. Again, Arsonist. Not something I get very often, just because I generally don't spam high explosive like I am in this battle. Personally, if I'm playing a destroyer, even an American destroyer, I prefer to use my torpedoes over my guns. Though the Bliskavanka does have great shell arcs for using guns, unlike the American destroyers, which just rainbow trajectories. This Arizona is coming off of the rocks there. I'm going to hopefully try and get some torpedoes on him as I've trying to set him on fire and sailing in this direction where they have Colorado and that Arizona. Of course, the Arizona is turning away, which means my torpedoes, once again, are not going to hit a damn thing. God, I wish I had the concealment expert on this commander so that I could actually get up close and stealth torp things without being immediately spotted. Set that Arizona on fire. I am just racking up the fires in this battle. But it does look like that Arizona put that fire out as he's turned away, and now I'm focusing on this Colorado. This is the Colorado that I lit on fire earlier, and he looks like he's taken quite a bit of damage. I've popped my smoke screen. I'm trying to back up. The Colorado does manage to hit me, but that's alright. I've set him on fire. That's fair exchange. As my torpedoes are coming up here, I'm looking at how this Colorado's turning, and I'm going to try and get my torpedoes off. Bliskavanka's short-range torpedoes, combined with their slower speed as this guy's turning away, pretty much means he's actually going to outrun my torpedoes. And they're not going to hit him. And that's really disappointing because the completionist in me really, really wants to see those torpedo hits pop up on my ribbons list. That Colorado is still on fire and desperately trying to repair his HP in order to recover and survive, but I'm still peppering him with high explosive, and I'm causing quite a bit of damage. He has managed to put out that fire, but as you can see, he's now more than 8 kilometers away, and my torpedoes are all going to miss. He puts out that fire, though. I set him right back on fire. And, you know, that'll teach him to put out those fires. This is just turning into a regular barbecue. I'm detected as my smoke screen has failed. Colorado's almost dead. There he is finished off. I'm happy that I was able to secure that kill, considering how much damage I did to him. I take shots in there, but nothing hits me. I am so lucky, because that could have been a real painful experience. Looking at the team situation, we're pretty much in the lead at this point. We're pushing in to the enemy's base. We've got them surrounded on all freaking fronts. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to push up here. And I'm going to try and, you know, once again, maybe get some torpedoes off at some targets. This German battleship has managed to beach himself. Oh, that's never a good position to be in. And that's a pretty big island, so I feel like that's one of those things that you probably should have seen coming. I have been guilty of running into islands before. If you've seen some of my other videos, you'll know that's the case. So I don't fault him for tunnel visioning and accidentally doing that. As he's reversing, I'm thinking he might continue to reverse right into the range of my torpedoes. So again, torpedoes away, and I've set him on fire. He's immediately put it out, probably because he does not want to burn to death. But you know, the problem with doing that, putting that fire out immediately, is that when you have a destroyer that's good for setting fires, you're just going to keep getting lit over and over and over again, as that other Koenig learned the hard way. And there is yet another fire, and this time, this one is going to burn. I've popped my smoke screen yet again here as I approach in, because there is a battleship directly in front of me that I really don't have time to pay attention to, and I'd like it if he didn't kill me. So I'm going to pop my smoke, I'm going to get concealment here while my team is spotting all of these wonderful targets for me to shoot at, and with any luck, I'll be able to finish this battleship off. And hopefully I can get another arsonist out of it. That would be fantastic if that was the case. He's almost dead. I light him on fire again, and there is the kill through fire. This marks my third kill, second kill through fires. Unfortunately, I didn't kill that Colorado with a fire. I just killed him with regular high explosive. This Arizona, who's managed to survive this battle, is trying desperately to run away as I leave the safety of my smoke screen, which was dissipating anyway. I'm going to start trying to chase this Arizona down, maybe light another fire on him, and there is my high caliber award. So I've done a significant amount of damage, all with high explosive and fires. But I haven't gotten that Whitherer yet. Well, this Fuso, who's broadside on, looks like a prime target to shoot at. He's got quite a bit of health, so I'm hoping I can set a fire on him. And yes, there is a fire. And there is my Whitherer. It only took one tick of fire damage to secure that Whitherer medal. And he is burning down nicely. Am I going to get the kill on him? He's almost dead. Come on. There it is, again with fire. 4 kills, 3 of them with fires. The Bliskavanka Polish barbecue. And I've set a fire on that Arizona, who is unfortunately in a bad position as he's the only guy left alive, and we've basically adopted the no cap, kill all decision making for this battle. The battle's going to wrap up here, and I'm going to get one more fire set for a grand total of 21 fires set. 125,000 damage done. Arsonist, high caliber, and Whitherer. Absolutely an amazing battle for me. Didn't make top of the team, though. this guy in the Bayern beat me out by 20 points, and only by 20 points. A little disappointed I wasn't top of the team, but hey, you know what? I got a Whitherer out of it, so I'm okay. Anyway, that's it for today's video. I hope you liked it and liked the commentary. If you did, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button for more videos every week. Leave a comment down below if you so feel inclined to do so. If you'd like to follow me on Facebook and get regular updates, please feel free to do so. And if you'd like to support my channel, please do so by visiting my Patreon. You can find the links for both of those down in the video description below. And as always, I will see you next time. This is Captain Rye, signing off.